Side note, I want to go to the Philippines and visit that little jungle where that little monkey lives. Because those little monkeys are super cute.
You know, those are the monkeys on that THX of the sound system, and it goes,
Oh.
and his eyes get real big.
Hi everybody, I'm Susie, Miss USA 2003.
And I'm Shandy, Miss USA 2004. We just watched the Miss Universe pageant, but I'm confused. Is it Miss Universe 2017 or 2016?
Technically it should be Miss Universe 2016, but they never
called
said
it.
that.
Yeah, and they said the 2017 pageant.
Well, in all the promos they kept saying this 65th Miss Universe pageant, and I feel like they did that on purpose because they didn't want to confuse people. But technically the girl that just won Miss France is
Miss Universe 2016.
Yeah.
Which is so weird.
Super
because
weird.
it's 2017, so were you last year? Your husband already and you just won?
Y'all waited too long.
It's
This
weird.
pageant should have been last year.
Love, let's start with the positives about the pageant. I thought it was a gorgeous stage.
Yes. The stage was great. Production was amazing.
Who were the people standing in the pits though on stage?
Like Filipino super fans, I think.
Really? You
I
think they
think
paid a lot of
so.
money to get there?
I don't think that they paid them. I think they were just like super huge fans. I kind of love that. I love the pit with the fans. It reminded me right off the bat. I told Shandy, I was like, wow, I feel like I'm watching like the Grammys or the AMAs or the VMAs or something like that. I think Fox did a tremendous job with the production this year. The whole like kicking off the pageant in the beginning with Flo Rida, I thought was awesome. Like the energy was high, like right from the beginning.
I love the little ticker going along the bottom of like, these are who's in the top 16, these are who in the, or top 13 and top 9 and top 6. I really Boys to Men I thought was just fun. We could all like sing along with the song. It was really good.
You all know, how many of you out there made out to Boys to Men?
I dated a guy who drove a T-Bird.
A T-Bird?
Isn't that what they call them?
Sure.
It's the car with like the gold bird on the front and it had the T-tops.
Oh my
You
god.
can take out the T-tops.
And make out to Boys to Men in the T-Bird.
I'll sneak out of my house to go make out with him.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm like a ninja. Another positive, Pia I thought looked amazing.
In that fuchsia gown, when she first came out in the fuchsia gown, stunning. And that's the gown she maybe should have worn at the end, because that blue dress, as stunning as it was beautiful.
Tripping.
And that's like her color, by the way, that
Gorgeous.
blue. She kept tripping on it. I felt so bad. I thought she was gonna like take a spill.
But some things I didn't like overall. The opening number dresses. What? There was no theme to them. This girl had a sparkly one, this one had a long one, this one had a cocktail dress, this one was just going to dinner.
Yep. It was all over the place. The shoes were a mess with so many of the gowns.
Tippy tops were everywhere.
Oh.
The dresses were really short. I felt like a lot of them were missing the length.
Yep.
And these big chunky tippy tops stuck out.
They should just stick with cocktail dresses, I think, for the opening number, because they're short. You don't have to worry about like, you know, a dress being too short and having to hem it. But the girls have been there for so long too that you would think that they would try on all these gowns and make sure that the gown is the appropriate length for all the girls. Too.
Something I love, by the way, when France was called into the top 13, she had a properly fitted black gown that actually went down to the floor, and she had black tippy tops to go along with them. So, bravo to France.
Oh my god, something else that I did not like. Coming out in the groups of 3. There was a random, I think in swimsuit, the second group.
3, 2. No, they all did that.
Oh, they did
3,
that?
Then 2, then 3, then 2, then 3.
That was awful, and it was way too fast. I feel like I didn't really get a chance to look at each individual girl. And you know what? These girls have been working really hard for a really long time. Give them their moment on stage. I think they deserve that.
Yeah.
And they didn't get
even
that.
the opening, it was like, Australia, oh my god, oh my god. And we're like, whoa, wait, what, huh? Like, what country are we on? And we actually finished, as Susie was like, they didn't have that many contestants in the pageant this year. I was like, no, they had over 80.
Yeah.
And but it went
86.
so fast. It was just silly.
We tried to do a little game. We tried to play a little game with our husbands in the beginning. We tried to
husbands
pick.
are really good, by the way. At this.
They're so good at
better than
picking
us.
like the finalists. They did win, didn't they?
Yeah,
The
they
guys
did.
won. The guys beat us.
Yeah.
The former pageant girls. But we played this game where we had to pick our top 13 based on just the intros, and we thought the girls would intro themselves like they have in years past, and they didn't. And it was so hard to pick a top 13 because it was like boom, 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 boom. Like they were flying through
But
it.
we both got 8 of the 13, and
We
our
did.
husbands got 9.
Yes.
And we both loved Albania. and the gigantic afro.
So I loved her.
Another thing, by the way, that I was like, WTF? I can't say the country. Myanmar. The whole marionette thing, and she kept being like, "It's heavy.
Oh,
it's heavy," and then like
she won the National Costume Award.
Yeah, she came out like a puppet. It was weird.
It was a little weird. It was a little weird.
A little scary. But one of our husbands was like, I feel like I'm watching that movie where the girl that comes out of the TV.
The Ring. The Ring.
Yeah, a little spooky. A little spooky.
It was.
The top 15 are called.
Nope.
Top 13.
Yep.
And they interviewed every single girl.
I love that. You didn't like it?
Here's why I didn't love it. Kenya, amazing. She's the first one out. Her parents died. She has a near-death experience. Next one, Indonesia. You're really tall. What's it like to be so tall? Yeah. I would have been like, how about you ask me something of substance when you just asked Kenya this like amazing heartfelt story?
I know.
I just thought it was weighted unfairly.
I know, and I actually wrote down a quote that Miss Kenya said in that interview that I thought was so poignant and so beautiful. She said that to know that her days are numbered gives her life meaning, and I thought that was so beautiful. So I agree with you. To go from something like that to then like oh,
you're
you're
really
tall
for people in your country. Meanwhile, she's wearing freaking tippy tops. I was like,
bummer.
Damn, tippy tops.
Bummer.
Somebody who stood out though in this whole interview thing was Colombia. As soon as she opened her mouth, I was like, girl's gonna win.
Yeah.
Girl's gonna win. When she was like, oh, no worry, hug me. And then hugged Steve Harvey, I was like, give her the crown. End the pageant, give her the crown.
She was, yeah. Not to mention she has such a stunning face.
I was personally incredibly shocked that Canada made it into the top 13.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's awesome that they're not choosing girls that aren't stick thin. I personally think she was a little bit curvier than what a Miss Universe should be. And I don't think facially, I don't think she was as strong as what I would have liked to.
For me, I do not mind a curvier girl. You know, Pia was very curvy. We talked about it last year during our recap for that pageant. I don't mind a curvy girl because you know what, that represents another type of female, you know, that exists in the world. For me, I just didn't think that facially she was as strong as some of the other girls who were left out of the top 13.
Agree, because I also think Peru, personally, I didn't find her as striking enough because they left out some people that I really thought should have been up there. I thought Dominican Republic really should have been up there, Puerto Rico, U.S. Virgin Islands, Chile.
I really like Honduras. I thought Honduras was beautiful, and I also thought China was beautiful, and Albania with her afro. Love that. I thought it was so pretty.
I do have to say, I personally think the body of the pageant was Venezuela. Her body, I think, was unstoppable.
Yes.
But her face did not, it wasn't, her face was gorgeous, but she wasn't as strong as her body was.
And the gown? Oh, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I don't want to even talk about Venezuela's gown.
The way she was standing with her arms behind her back and the fringe was hanging, it looked like she didn't have any arms.
No, that was atrocious. This swimsuit was.
So swimsuit, I didn't care for the fact that everyone was in a different swimsuit because it's hard for me to judge what I'm supposed to be judging, which is the girl's body, if they're all in different swimsuits. The high-waisted swimsuits that are real big, like big girl panties. My husband doesn't like those. He looks at them and he's like, whoa, and immediately he sees like, look, that girl looks terrible.
Yeah.
So I want them all in the same swimsuit. Stop giving them a choice of what swimsuit they want to wear.
Yeah. Same color, you think? Or different color?
I think same color.
Same
suit. Same everything. Exactly the same.
I agree with that. I do like that. That way it's like even playing field for everybody. I do like that. Yesterday we actually had a girls' night with a bunch of former Miss USA's and Miss fill in the blank state with a bunch of our pageant girlfriends out here in LA. And someone was like, I think it was Alyssa said, I hope one of the European girls makes it. And I thought, oh, France is so pretty. I thought her swimsuit body was great. I thought in swimsuit she did really, really well. In Colombia, of course. And Philippines, oh my gosh, so pretty.
I thought out of swimsuit, I thought the standouts were Panama, Colombia, Philippines, and France. Yeah. And at this point, those are my only 4. And I was like, I don't even have, because from here they were going to the top 9, and I was like, no, we can just go to top 4.
Yep.
I didn't have a top 9. I had those 4.
Yep.
So therefore, when we go to gown, I am shocked that Panama didn't make it.
I know.
Like, how do the judges leave Panama out?
I don't know.
I was shocked.
I was really bummed. And our dear friend is Justine Pasek, who was Miss Universe in 2002, and Justine is now a co-director of the Miss Panama Universe pageant. And
But she was robbed.
I know, she was robbed. She should have made that top 9. That being said, I was really happy that Mexico, Haiti was a favorite of mine. In fact, I thought she was gonna win. I thought she was gonna win right up to the very end.
I didn't like Haiti at all until Gown. I just was like, ooh, Haiti, like, where did you come from? Like, ain't working. But here's the thing. And for those people who are out there thinking what I'm thinking, I guarantee if you wash that girl's face, because I thought her makeup was just terrible. I thought she had horrible contouring. If you wash that girl's face, give her like a nice fresh makeup and kind of redo her hair. I thought it looked a little like just dried out.
It was just pulled back.
I think she actually has a stunning face. I think her features are gorgeous. But I think that it got lost under all the makeup and the contouring.
Yeah. Her gown was amazing. That ombre from like the rose gold into the gold, I thought was really beautiful. Oh my gosh.
Oh, wait! Ha! Let's back up. What? I have to say this. I love USA. I gotta support a USA girl, but I think that she got in on Sash Factor. I think there was a lot of strong girls that deserved to be in the top 13, and I don't think that she was strong enough to make top 13. I think it was a Sash Factor.
I mean, look, there were,
I mean, neither of us had her down.
No, we didn't. We actually did not. There were a lot of girls that did not make the initial cut that we thought definitely should have made the cut, and we already named some of them.
Sounds like you are beating around the bush.
No. I'm saying like DR, Brazil, Albania, China, Honduras. We had
Puerto Rico, you had Virgin Islands.
Puerto Rico I had on the fence, but there were some girls for sure that were shocking that made it over other girls, and
beat, here's the bush.
I don't know that USA, look, I think Deshauna has a great body. I thought she looked really great. I thought her gown was beautiful during prelims. She did change her gown from one red dress to another red dress, but I loved her. I thought she was really strong in prelims. I really did. So I don't hate that she made the finals.
Yeah. I don't hate that she made the finals.
Yeah, I mean, I thought she deserved it.
And then after swimsuit moving into gown, I was surprised that she continued on to the top 9, and they left out people like Tyler or like Panama. Yeah, I was really surprised. So
okay, I'll give you that. I did love her dress. Don't like the tippy tops. It's no freaking surprise. You guys all know if you watch our videos and follow us on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, you know that we absolutely hate the tippy tops. For so many reasons, but one of them, it's like it's a nude shoe. Girls think that it matches everything, and obviously it doesn't. It doesn't match everybody's skin tone. I mean, unless it completely blends into your skin tone, awesome. If it doesn't, which for most girls it doesn't, it stands out like a sore thumb. So for somebody like Deshauna, I would have loved to have seen a very simple, strappy red shoe that would blend in and
or even like gold or silver, whatever the metal is in your dress. Yeah. 3 of the dresses that were my favorite were Thailand, France, and Philippines. Those were my 3 favorite dresses and performances. But my favorite of all was Thailand. I thought it was a really interesting gown, and I thought she had impeccable styling.
No. The shoes, she had a terrible shoe on.
Oh, Thailand did?
Thailand had a terrible, it wasn't, I don't think it was the tippy top, but it was like a platform, and it was beige. And I'm like, dang it. She was great until you got to the shoe.
Hair. I just thought she was beautiful.
The bracelet that she had on and the earrings, I thought all of that was great.
Girls had tippy tops
but
on.
she dropped the ball with the shoe. My favorite 3 dresses were actually the top 3. France, Haiti, and Colombia.
Yeah.
Those were my favorite.
Well, let's move on to top 3, because how interesting that the top 3 had on very similar dresses.
Yeah.
With the gold and nude and shimmer. Very surprising.
Yeah. In Hades, the way that the ombre thing went from rose gold to the gold was really beautiful. It was really interesting. And then France's dress had some really cool, like the pattern, and it was great. But I love those.
And how long it took to make France's dress was pretty amazing.
Oh, I don't know.
took them like, I forget how long they said, but a ridiculously long time.
A long time.
Like it was
Beautiful
made
dress.
by like blind people with no arms.
Beautiful blind
in the dark.
people.
Hey, really quickly, what did you think about having so many translators in the top 6 when they were asked questions, when clearly homegirls could read English? Because as he's asking them the question, they're like,
They're reading the cards!
So first they get to read it and think about it, then they get to hear the person say it in their language and still think about it.
Yep.
And then they got a chance to answer.
Yep. Philippines I thought was interesting with her question because she's pretty, right? I mean, gorgeous girl, but she's no Pia. Let's just be real. She answered in English, but used a translator, which that to me is always like, I feel like it's cheating, you know? Because you understand the question, then you're hearing it from the translator a second time, and you have all this time to think about what you want to say. And then she goes ahead and answers in English.
I would have had a translator if I could go back. I'd be like, I'm sorry, I am from Missouri, and I'm from St. Louis, from a suburb, and I can speak some Ebonics.
I guess I should have used one too.
Yeah,
A Spanish.
Yeah.
A Spanish one.
You could have.
By the way, how unfair that Miss Kenya got a question about Donald Trump.
Yeah, right.
It's like, how about, what if you gave Miss USA a question about the Kenyan president? Like, that's just ridiculous. Like, why are you doing that?
Yeah,
I thought that
really
was
silly.
awful.
It was totally irrelevant to her.
Yeah.
Like, just silly.
Ridiculous.
So top 3, what is something you failed at, and what did you learn from it? And I have to say that when I competed as Miss Universe in Quito, Ecuador in 2004, and we were able to give the questions to the girls, my question was, we often learn our biggest lessons from our greatest failures. I'm like, what is something that you made a mistake at that you learned the biggest lesson?
It's a good question.
And Trinidad and Tobago got my question, and she said, oh, leave it to Shandy to ask these questions.
It's a good question because it's really about
question.
self-reflection, right?
And it gives you a chance to, nobody wants to be like, oh girl, this one time, you want to actually tell them something really bad, but you have to answer it.
Yeah.
Or do you have to answer it? Because Colombia and France did not really answer the question.
This is true. And Colombia read the card, was reading the card. If you go back, she's like...
And Colombia, who I said started where I was like, give the girl a crown. She had so much personality with playing up to the host, Steve Harvey, was like, oh, no worry, hug me. She had no personality in the top 3. 0. Dry.
You know what?
Her answer was generic.
If you guys go back and watch the pageant, you'll see that she kind of froze at the end. It's almost like she didn't truly believe that it could happen, and then once she got there, she didn't know what to do with herself. I feel like she was like a deer in headlights.
It was pressure. I think, imagine going into the situation where your country is so upset over what happened the year before, and now it's your chance to like redeem, like you're Rocky going in to defend Apollo, and you're in the ring finally, and everyone's counting on you. You're gonna freeze.
I don't think Colombia was that upset about what happened last year.
Oh, are you serious?
I have some Colombian friends who thought it was hilarious.
Oh, I know a lot of Colombian fans out there who...
I'm sure there are some.
They got death threats.
No, they didn't.
MUO got death threats.
No, sir.
Yes, they did.
Who told you that?
Many, many people. This is true. All of you who can validate what I'm saying, go ahead and comment below. And then I'm going to be like, say something.
I don't believe her. I don't believe her.
So Colombia was generic. France didn't really make sense with their answer.
No.
We were like, what?
We had no idea what France, or I think it was her translator. These translators, I don't know where they get them. Some of them are like,
yeah.
I thought the French translator did not do, interpreter, I'm sorry, not translator.
Wait, what's the difference between a translator and an interpreter?
Same thing?
I would assume so.
I think it's the same thing.
They're translating.
They're translating.
Interpreter.
Somebody who translates is an interpreter. Isn't that what they call them?
No.
At the pageant? An interpreter.
I thought they were called translators.
No. I think the person's called an interpreter. It doesn't matter. That French guy, we were like, eh? I'm sure she said something a little more eloquent than what came out of his mouth.
Didn't make any sense though.
It made no sense.
So this is what we do we obviously, which I don't know if you guys know or not, but we run a company called Pageantology where we work with girls for local pageants, state pageants, national pageants. We train in the Miss Universe organization, we train in the Miss America organization, National American Miss, International Junior Miss, like Miss High School America, you name the pageant, we train the girl. The one thing we talk about is how to answer top 5 questions, how to answer your private interview questions, and how to bring it back to you and leave the judges knowing more about you.
And personalizing your answer.
Haiti did just that. She said, well, 7 years ago, we were like, getting specific.
Yeah.
I survived the earthquake. And she talked about how she wasn't living her dreams because she was concerned about living day to day.
Yeah.
And I am here today now living my dreams. And we were like,
Drop
done.
the mic.
Give her the crown.
She was my winner after that. Because she was the only one that got very specific with her answer. I think what saved France, I mean, yes, she's a beautiful girl, but what saved her and ultimately why she got the crown is because of the way she handled herself the entire time. Because truth be told, that final question, we have no idea what the hell
she actually
came out of, what
yeah.
she actually said. It was such a mess, you know, again, the interpreter, it's
or
like
translator,
whatever you call them. It just was a mumbled mess. But the good thing about France is that I feel like she was the only one that was really consistent from the very beginning and just was in the moment and enjoying herself.
Enjoying herself. Anyone else think that she looks a little bit like Erin Brady?
Erin Brady.
We all thought that Haiti, even our husbands, were like, all right, fine, Haiti won. And got down to the 2, and guess whose hands were on top, by the way?
Haiti!
So we were like, Haiti's gonna win.
From the very beginning. And by the way, somebody had asked on an old Instagram photo that we posted, they asked, what's this whole mumbo jumbo with the hands?
Mumbo jumbo. It's
with
not
the hands
mumbo
on top.
jumbo. It's facts.
Well, not tonight it wasn't.
Well,
tonight Haiti had her hands on top. So here's the thing, you guys. So it's like a old
Urban
wives' tale, urban legend.
Whoever's hands are on top wins.
Wins the pageant. Meaning like this. Like if Shandy's hands are on top, she wins.
And you guys watch all of our YouTube videos, so I'm not going to tell you now, but when I was at Miss Universe, there was a little hand tossing around because I wanted my freaking hands on top, and she kept putting hers on top, and I was like, no, mine will go on top.
You can't force it. It has to happen naturally.
I tried to force that.
But with Haiti, it proved us wrong this year.
Yeah.
Haiti had her hands on top, and we were both like, look, she's gonna win, and she didn't win.
So France took the title, and congratulations to you, France.
Congrats.
Just love. I feel like these years go by so fast. Well, now that I have a baby, I feel like you blink and it's like, what? It's another year.
Yep.
Everything goes by so fast. But we're proud of you, France.
Yay! I know. I can't remember the last time France won the Miss U or somebody from Europe. You know, I feel like it's always a Latin country or USA or that's pretty much it.
Yeah, or the kids you get the randoms. That's
You
why
get
I was
random.
like, well, Haiti, we should totally have a Haiti.
I know, Haiti would have been great, but I'm really happy with France, and I'm super happy with this top 2. And you know what? Miss Philippines was beautiful. I wanted to see her in the finals.
How
but
awesome
she
to have Philippines back to back, if we would. Best fans on the planet are you guys, Filipinos.
That's so true. That's
Best
so true.
fans ever. And by the way, they all brought Olivia and Jordan and Nia Sanchez out for the pageant. Hello.
Where was our
invitation?
invitation?
Us out. Like we have passports and we are ready to travel. So I'm just saying. I mean, I also have to bring a baby.
Totally jealous of all those pictures.
Like nursing constantly. I know, right? They're like, oh no, we're just hanging out on the beach in bikinis. I'm like, how be in a bikini?
So much fun. I'm sure they had a good time, our pageant sisters. But let us know what you guys think. If you disagree, agree with us, please comment.
Let us know if it's translators or interpreters. Really want to know that.
Yes, we want to know
that. Let us know all this stuff. Also, for any girls who are interested in ever becoming any of those pageants that I mentioned, if you've never even been in a pageant, you want to try it, check us out, pageantology.com. And we are here to train you. We train winners. That's what we're in the business to do.
Yep. And follow us on social media. We're always posting what we're up to. We're going to have some new workshops this year. So check it out. Make sure you follow us and keep up with all things pageantology. All right, guys. Happy Miss Universe watching. Till next year.
It's our Super Bowl.
I know.